Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Roush Fenway uh, iRacing live for Wednesday night. We got Darlington coming up here in just a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and add in a few members of our team. I guess for intros to start with, I'm Brandon. I'm going to add in Sydney, and then you'll see a couple other of our team members here, including Ryan Newman and Chris Busher. So let's get it going.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Roush Fenway Live.
Awesome. What are we going to see tonight, Sydney?
Well, it's Darlington, throwback weekend, racing the next gen car. So I think it's going to be interesting to see who gets the Darlington stripe first tonight. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so much new with this one. This is our third race so far. So this one's obviously going to be different because you got the next gen car, and that's something new and exciting. So we're getting kicked off here in just a couple minutes. We'll be rolling.
I'm really excited. This is almost as exciting as this weekend's race, the real one.
All right, looks like we got Ryan Newman. His two cams pulled up here, just getting ready to get kicked off. Ryan, you got us?
That's my fault.
I got you. You got me?
Yep, all good. All right, Ryan, you're getting ready to go virtual from Darlington. How long is it going to take to get your first stripe there?
It didn't take long. I've got more stripes in iRacing than I have in my entire racing career at Darlington. So, and that's less than 30 minutes of practice here. So
you've already qualified, right? Where'd you line up?
All but last.
All but last.
All
right, we'll take it.
Off the two.
I heard that. All right, well, good luck. We'll check in with you throughout the night and go have fun in the Kohler Generators Ford.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we'll keep checking in. Looks like the broadcast is rolling here any minute. We'll keep checking in with our guys and we'll follow along. So, Sid, we're settling in here. What do you got?
Well, Ryan says that he already has his Darlington stripe from practice, but I'm pretty confident. I think he'll do well this race. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, hey, this is the third time's a charm, right? So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, third time's a charm. And it's the next gen car. So
that's right. All right, Chris Busher, we're looking at you. Can you hear us?
Yep, I got you.
Awesome. It looks like you're on the grid there getting ready, so we'll make it quick. I asked Ryan this, but how long is it going to take to get your first stripe there?
Say again?
How long is it going to take to get your first Darlington stripe there?
3 or 4 laps.
Where'd you line up in qualifying?
I think 19th. I got really tight in qualifying, so we were able to be a lot better than that in practice and in warm up. So hopefully we can get rolling towards the front here. Well, it's gonna be messy, I'm sure.
Yeah, always. All right, we'll let you get to it. We'll check in throughout the night. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thank
make
you.
that race a fifth third better, Chris. Make it a fifth third
Fifth
better.
third better. That is our plan.
Sounds good. Have fun. All right, so you heard it there first from both of our guys. Also, if you're not tuning in already, get to FS1. They got you covered on the broadcast side, but you can always also hang out with us. We got you going on this side as well. So if I'm biased, I'm going to say hang out here because I think we got this under control. What do you think, Sid?
I think we got it under control. We're going to have a lot of great RFR action. All of you here, we know you're RFR fans. So we've got you covered with Busher and Newman here.
That's right. All right. I'm going to start going through some comments. And obviously, we got the chat function, so we want to hear from you throughout the night. Tell us what you want to see, what you want to hear, who you want to hear from. And we'll try to incorporate some of your requests throughout the night.
Who you're rooting for, what your favorite paint scheme is so far. Maybe that we've even raced already. Let us know.
That's right. I see this stream is now a fifth third better. I like that already.
Love it.
Awesome.
What else you got there, Brandon?
It looks like we're going through starting lineups right now, which I guess for context here, me and Sid have typically been in the room where the rigs are, but we're switching it up tonight. So give us a little bit. It's going to take some getting used to. Obviously, it's hard to tell what's going on from the broadcast itself. Obviously, when you're there, you can see over the shoulder, that type of thing. But we've got a lot of angles here. We got you covered, so we should be all good there.
Well, we had a song request here, so I'm going to go ahead and play this song.
Oh, my.
Song request by Kevin W. Does anybody know what this song is? Any takers? Any takers?
I don't see any comments so far.
All right. That's enough of that. Rocket Man. Everyone's rooting for Rocket Man. Okay. Any Busher fans out there? 17 team anywhere? Someone asked for virtual sheet metal. Not sure that we want to give that away because we hope to be in victory lane. Thoughts, Brandon?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, anytime you get victory lane, it's a good day. So we're rolling for pace laps here from the virtual Darlington.
Yes, looks like the race is 120 laps, 164 miles. Pit road speed is 45 miles per hour, but the fuel window is 60 to 65 miles. So that should be interesting to see how pit stops line up today.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see how I think our crew chiefs and spotters down the hall earlier were talking about some different throwback schemes being in this race. So I'm curious to see if that was a thing, if people just stuck with their regular looks or what we got going on there. So I know at least in the 6 car, we're running the throwback Kohler Generators Ford, which is a throwback to 1976. So if you haven't checked that out yet, go to Roush Findlay on social and take a look.
Yes, and on the 17 team, we have the number 17 Fifth Third Bank Ford. In case you guys missed it, Fifth Third Bank had the annual Fifth Third Day held on May 3rd, where they are fighting against hunger together. Actually, if you go over to rfrshop.com, you can purchase a shield for $1. The shield, every dollar donated can buy up to 10 pounds of food for families in need. You can do this all throughout the month of May. So make sure you head over to rfrshop.com. You can get free shipping on the rest of your order with the promo code 53SHIELD. So make sure you guys check that out. And also just take a look at our team store in general. We have a lot of great things from all of our sponsors and your 2 favorite drivers.
2 wide here, 34 outside.
That's right.
2 wide here.
Everything she said.
Brandon, that's a nice shirt you got there. You're going with the theme?
Yeah. I got this one 2 or 3 years ago, and figured, it's throwback week, so I may as well play into it a little bit.
Stay low here, stay low, stay down here.
Very nice. I'm rocking the standard Roush Fenway Racing logo currently, which again, you can purchase something like that in our team store, rfrshop.com. We have a comment here that says, are they running the throwback on the next gen Ford Mustang? Brandon?
Say that again?
They said, are they running the throwback on the next gen Ford Mustang? Oh, we're green. We're green.
We are live.
Great start, great start.
Oh. And we're off to a hot start.
Already
we got it looks like we got a couple different things going on here. Somebody just destroyed the inside wall and the outside wall. Judging by reactions on our cams here, Chris Busher didn't seem very pleased. Heard a lot of communication on the 6 team, so waiting to see what shook out there with our guys.
And to answer that question, yes, they are running the number 6 Kohler Generator throwback on the next gen Ford Mustang, both virtually and this weekend at Darlington on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Let's look at another comment. Someone wants to know what kind of gum Ryan was chewing the last time. It didn't look like he switched it out for a new piece. That's dedication. He was focused.
Yeah, that is a good question. I actually do not know the answer, but we were there and we concur. It was very aggressive, but hey, it kept him in the zone throughout the night. So
Very aggressive. Okay, look, they're showing the replay here. It looks like the 38 wrecked the 11, which then created a disaster. Not sure if we were in any of those. Any of that wrecked. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll keep it clean. Brandon, do you like Darlington? Tell me about your experience at Darlington.
yeah, I like Darlington. It's weird. It's one of the longer races I've been to. I think a couple years ago, that race weirdly felt like the Coca-Cola 600, just in terms of distance and duration. Don't know if that was just me being a first timer in a way, but it definitely can be a very long race. But obviously, it's a good one. Tire wear is huge here, so you'll see. I'm not even gonna lie to you on the actual number, but tires are obviously big come Sunday. Don't know about night racing. I think we'll avoid that piece for tonight. But come Sunday, tires will be a big player for all the teams.
I remember that race you're talking about. I don't think it ended until like the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, if I remember right, it may have rained there, or that could have been a totally different race. They all run together at some point or another, but
that is true.
Yeah, it's a good track. It's fun. Obviously, a lot of people like it. Our two guys, Ryan and Chris, both their favorites. Chris actually favors Bristol over Darlington, but they're obviously way different. So anytime you can run at a track that is in the top of your favorites of both your drivers, it's a good weekend. So
that's true. Let's see, we both started at Roush Fenway the same year. I actually have not been to a Darlington race. I have only been to when we had that announcement a few years ago with Ryan and the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. That was my first and only time at Darlington so far. And Ryan actually took me around the track for a few laps in his truck. Scared the crap out of me. I could have sworn we were going to get a Darlington stripe in that truck. But I could tell that racetrack it's real. It's real. I feel like people don't take it seriously because it's throwback weekend and everyone wants to have fun with it and the fun outfits and fire suits, but it's real.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Let's look at the comments here.
Yeah, I think someone asked, how is Newman doing? The interesting thing here, just for our setup, there is a timing and scoring, but it's only on the Crew Chief spotter view for our racing. So to go a little bit behind the curtain there, where we're sitting, we actually don't know. So only the Crew Chief and spotter can tell you that. But they do have that information in front of them. I don't believe the drivers actually have that. So we're getting information relayed to us. So it's a work in progress. How about that for iRacing?
It definitely is unlike a regular race in person.
Also, where's everybody watching from? Throw it in the comments. Let us know. Always curious to see where you're located and viewing tonight's race from.
I'm curious to see if there's anyone from our hometowns. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll see.
Someone said do a Carl Edwards wall ride for instant victory. I could do a Carl Edwards backflip. I don't know if that counts.
That's true. I've seen it before. She can.
Okay, we have York, South Carolina.
Oh, we're flying now.
Arkansas, Iowa, Albany, New York. Okay. Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
California. Wisconsin. Nice. You guys are from all over. Kentucky. Hey, I grew up in Kentucky, Ashland, Kentucky.
There you go.
That's something.
Small world after all.
Oak City, North Carolina.
We've got what do Ryan's bracelets represent? So that's a good question. He's actually been asked that before, and I don't want to fully tell this story wrong, but essentially they're bracelets that his daughter made for him. I believe it was either pre-Daytona 500 in 2020 or after that. Don't quote me on that, but they're bracelets that his daughter's made, so obviously he wears them all the time now. He's mentioned it before, I think, in some media, so they're pretty special to him.
Someone said Loudon is their home track.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll be in Loudon in, I believe, August this year, July or August.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think Ryan's going to plan to run a modified race up there, which if you follow him, you know that's pretty routine for him.
Looks like we have word from our pit reporter Jackson Martin. Chris is currently P12. Not bad, looking to break his way into the top 10 here. Not sure where Ryan is, but we're hoping he's right around where Busher is. Someone's from Cleveland.
A little bit of a run on you here. Stay behind you.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Still behind you. Clear low.
Looks like Newman's P26 currently. We'll see what adjustments need to be made at this next pit stop coming up. Lap 8 of 120.
We've got a joke submitted to the group here, and I'm going to read it out loud. This is totally unrelated to iRacing, so bear with me. What musical instrument is found in the
It's
bathroom?
like sketchy to drive.
Sid, you got a guess?
I have no idea.
All right, wait for it. A
Oh,
tube
yeah,
of toothpaste.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Hey, we're trying to keep it comical around here.
Oh, someone said they met you, Brandon.
I missed that one. Where's it at?
We have a comment here that says she met Ryan in July of 2019 in
Definitely
New Hampshire,
faster
and you were with him.
3 at least. I mean, I can tell right now, but I don't know where it'll go. Just trying not to do anything dumb.
It's so hard to hold a line. It's really hard to pass people here.
Looks like we have a caution at lap 11 here. Waiting to see the replay, see what happened. Hopefully neither one of our guys were in it. Do they use this as practice for the race? I've actually had a conversation with Chris about this once. He said that it was kind of similar and it does help to turn some laps at a virtual racetrack via iRacing before heading to the regular track.
What was that caution for?
Oh, wow. That was a crazy caution. Did you see that replay?
Chris on our stream here said, "What was that caution for?" That was after he yawned. So I don't know what to make of that. But hopefully, he stays awake here for the last. We're only on lap 11, so we've got a long way to go.
As we get farther into this thing, for sure. So get ready for that, I guess.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a long race.
Yeah, I might have to transition to looking ahead.
How many resets do we get?
Is anybody on here from West Virginia? Just curious. Drop it in the chat.
If just have minor damage, we'll probably turn off.
Okay.
Someone said maybe Chris is bored. This is too easy for him. I don't know about that. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
What, being bored?
Keep digging.
Not at all.
The iRacing spotter.
Not at all. It just takes a little bit of time. I think the gaps for cautions are obviously a little lengthy, but that's just what happens. You know, you got TV going to
61
commercial
mile an hour
breaks,
here in fifth gear, bud.
and there's a lot of people doing iRacing that have never done it before. So a lot to work through. And even in the third one, we're still working out the kinks, so to speak. So by the time we're 8, 9, 10 of these in throughout the year.
Honestly, I haven't
should be
done
good.
it yet, so I think it's okay.
Looks like I'm hearing reports that Ryan is unfortunately a lap down, so hopefully we can get in the lucky dog spot, get that lap back. Sounds like he messed up the pit stop,
Yeah, that's a good point.
so hopefully we get that lap back.
Also, I think we mentioned this earlier, but next gen, obviously, big piece of news, and the next gen car was revealed today. So let us know what you guys think about it. Haven't had a chance to look at it a whole lot, being honest. But what do you guys think of it? Let us know in the comments.
Looks like Ryan's P38, unfortunately. Someone said they're not a fan of one lug nut for NASCAR or moving the number back like in the All-Star race. I actually liked the number on the side. Brandon, what did you think?
For the All-Star race last year, is that what we're talking about?
Yes. You know the number moving on the side?
Yeah, like move to the back. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, it's something different. Everybody has their own opinion about it, but obviously, if you're going to try something different, why not try it at an All-Star race, right? I think that's the key of the whole thing. So, who knows what the future holds, but we'll all learn together.
Absolutely. And speaking of the All-Star race, it's in a new place this year. We're going to Texas. Super exciting.
Yeah, that'll be in. I don't have the schedule right off the top of my head, but I believe
It's
a
June.
little over a little over a month
Mhm.
from now. So, that'll be exciting. That'll be our second trip to Texas within a 3 or 4 week time frame. We'll go to COTA for the first time ever, end of May, and then we'll go right back to Texas sometime in June for the All-Star race.
I
So
want to find out.
that should be good.
A lot of trips to Texas this year. Hopefully just not as long as last year's
95
rain
last
and
year.
fog delay in
Just
Texas.
ticking them off.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there and a lot of sitting. So yeah, hope for not that much rain and a little more sunshine so we can
mist.
get that. Yeah,
No mist
exactly.
either.
Exactly.
So all you fans listening out there, do you guys have favorite tracks? Like, what are your favorite tracks to go to?
Someone said get Newman a piece of gum. That might help, actually. I mean, he did it last week. I think we got some up and down here. So if anybody in there can hear us, you may want to go offer it to him, see if that does anything.
Someone said this I think I say this every year, but this season is flying by. Well, we live our lives by weekend to weekend, so that does make the years go by really fast. Martinsville is a couple people's favorite track. Okay, Martinsville. Brandon, what's your favorite track?
I don't know. I hate to say I don't know, but there's so many that are good trips to me, and I know that's different than the track. I'll be honest. Phoenix is one of my favorite just trips in general. Obviously, that's where the championships move to now. It's just a good area to go to. It's not necessarily my favorite racetrack, but overall the trip is surprisingly pretty good. It's one of my favorites. But having said that, Talladega will forever be my favorite from Alabama, so I'm biased, obviously. But there, Daytona, there's nothing compares to those two, obviously. And then I'm pretty much a fan of any short track. I think Bristol's probably my favorite. I like Richmond, but I like Richmond at night. And I actually liked Martinsville at night this year, too. That was different. So I guess super speedways and short tracks for me. But I think some of the mile and a halves that I would have never gone to, the past 10 years, they've kind of surprised me. So I'm curious to see what some of these other tracks look like, too, that we're going to.
Yeah, I'm well, speaking of which, we are actually back to green, lap 17 of 120, and Buescher is running P11. Hopefully we can get into the top 10. He actually just got his second top 10 of the season here in Where did we just go? We were just at the weekends run together. We were just at Kansas. At Kansas. How could I forget? Kansas. We got finished P8 there. So hopefully we can get another top 10 this weekend with the 17 team. And yeah, let's check in with Ryan Newman and see where he is. Looks like P34 and still a lap down. Hopefully we can get in that lucky dog spot.
Get behind you, keep it going.
Let's see. Some other people have commented their favorite tracks.
No pressure behind.
Bristol and Martinsville, Daytona, Watkins Glen. Oh, Ryan's up to P31. Hopefully to get in that lucky dog spot. My favorite tracks, I know Brandon talked about his.
Jump top 10.
My favorite
Let's see
tracks,
what they can get here.
I love super speedway racing. Daytona,
I'd
the
imagine
Daytona
it's
500
probably about
every
time.
year is amazing. And I really did like Kentucky, so I was a little bummed when it wasn't on the schedule this year. I wish there was a racetrack in West Virginia. Someone should fix that.
Nah, we're still
Let's see, we have more reports from one of our pit reporters, Kevin Woods. Looks like Ryan has missed the lucky dog by a spot. He's picking him up and putting him down though. P31.
That's right. Sounds like there's another caution, which there is. We now see it on TV. So one thing I noticed, Sid, I don't know if you noticed this, at least from this angle, it looks like these cars are a little wider than what we're used to seeing. If you watch the broadcast and see the cars from the rear, they definitely look wider to me, but that might just be my eyes. So let us know if you're also seeing that or if that's just my eyes deceiving me.
You're right. I think they do look wider. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's probably by design. Probably just something I haven't noticed yet, which obviously it just got revealed earlier today. So we're all in this thing together. We don't see these things ahead of time either. So that's probably just a new feature that we haven't noticed yet.
Why don't you see if we can get a hold of Chris or Ryan under caution here? See what they're thinking, what's going on, tell us how the car is handling.
Yeah, we're I guess we're about a quarter of the way through here. So yeah, let's see if we can get a hold of them. Looks like we got a series of pit stops happening.
Well, let's see. We know things can get dicey on pit road.
That's right. Especially virtual pit road. Here's a replay of our last caution. Oh, looks like Michael McDowell just caught the wall.
Woo.
And they piled into him from there. Yep. That's pretty much what happened.
Collected a bunch of cars with him. Yeah, in particular, let's see, what's the worst pit road scenario? I would have to say Indy. Last year.
Yeah, that was unique. I don't know that I've ever seen that, and it might be a while before you see that again.
I sure hope so. Oh, looks like Chris is P2, had a very fast pit stop, a pit stop of fifth, third better, if you will.
There you go.
Got a lot of Ryan Newman fans in here. Checking it out. We're only 23 laps in. See what happens next. Only time will tell.
What else do you guys want to see, and what do you want to know tonight? If we don't have the answers, we'll definitely try to find them. Or, looks like we got Chris Busher ready to talk to us here. Chris, you got us?
Gotcha.
Awesome. How's the race going so far? I know there's been a couple early cautions. The first one, you didn't look too surprised. So is it just chaos so far, like usual?
Yeah, that's about right. We're sitting 10th on this restart. We got fresh tires, so we didn't lose anything by pitting. I think a handful of people stayed out, but we'll see how that goes here. We're ready to come back to the green.
Nice. Sounds good. Well, good luck. We'll keep checking in with you.
Sounds good. Oh, delayed green.
Nope.
Sounded good.
There you heard it from Chris Busher. Little strategy coming into play. Sounds like he'll be P10 to restart. Good pit stop on virtual pit road. So we'll see what happens here once we go back green.
That had nothing to do with a double file restart.
Yes, folks, that pit stop was a fifth third better.
Probably restarts cause the issues, right?
Right. It has nothing to do with it.
Someone says they're watching both on here and the TV. That's nice. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, awesome. We love that. Get a little different take of what's going on tonight. So
I think we need to hand the tower a steering wheel.
Comment straight from Chris Busher.
yeah, you're getting a lot of good audio here from Mr. Busher as we ride under caution, which can be pretty entertaining, especially in that racing world.
Fun fact, in real racing world, did you guys know that sometimes Chris Busher on a red flag will take a nice little nap? He's been known to do that.
Yep, for sure. I'm trying to remember the last time that happened. I think both of our guys have been known to do that from time to time. In certain races where you've already been green and they pull you back down pit road and they cover the cars up. I've seen it more than once. Both of them actually. They put the car cover on and there's a little flap that goes over the window net. Well, I've seen both Ryan and Chris before just stay in the car. You know, most guys get out, they go sit in their pit box, go to the hauler, but they'll stay in there, take a little snooze. And I remember, Sydney, I don't know if you remember this, there was one race they actually had to go get Chris out of the car because NASCAR, I think there was lightning in there.
It was lightning. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, we had to force him to get out. And he was asleep. So that was kind of a entertaining little thing that happened. Yeah.
Then this year actually for that, I think it was a 7 to 8 hour rain delay at the Daytona 500. He actually fell asleep on top of the pit box. So sleep anywhere. We should have a little mini series show about places Chris can fall asleep.
That's right. All right, we're going back green. Lap 26 and 120 at Darlington. So we'll see what happens here on this restart. Chris Busher up to 8th. We're only a turn into it, so we'll see what happens.
Feels fine.
Run 2 more laps. If we don't get yellow, get on the green.
Everything's smooth so far through the coming up on the first lap of this restart. And never mind.
Wreck.
Yeah, we had an in-car wreck there. We were on the 19 car and got a glimpse of it.
Real nice.
Not sure what happened after that, but nonetheless, a car went around. There's no caution on TV yet, but we are getting where there is an actual caution, so it's just a little bit delayed.
Yeah, our pit reporter saying there's a huge wreck. No caution, but a very big wreck.
Something you would typically hear. Something you would typically hear at a Talladega.
I know, the big one.
Yeah, that's right.
If you transmit, you're on all teams.
Someone asked if Ryan Newman could do a voice
Can I get a meatball pie clear?
from the Cars TV show. That would be interesting. Brandon, what do you think
That
about
would
that?
be. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know if we can make that happen. Someone said, does Herm have to wake him up? That's a good question. I'll be honest. And also shout out Herm. He helped out the 17 team a lot this Sunday at Kansas. That was a heck of a job calling Chris through the traffic. But honestly, I believe at that point spotters wouldn't be on the roof because obviously they have to take cover. So I don't think Herm would be the guy to wake him up. Someone would have to actually walk over and do it. That's a good question. You would assume that would be them, but I think in that scenario, to avoid getting soaked or, out of the danger of lightning,
Well,
they
guess
probably
we got a
wouldn't be
pit.
them.
Hold on.
There is one time that I remember hearing Herm say, like, radio check. It was either Herm or Luke say radio check, and Chris kind of was jumped.
Yep. Yeah, that happens from time to time. So it looks like we never actually got a caution in that sequence, which is a little confusing, but nonetheless, we're still green. You never know. I'll leave it at that.
Yes, lap 32 of 120. Looks like Buscher's down to P18. I'm hearing he got into the wall a little bit.
Yeah, he may have caught a little something either in that sequence or just separately. There's another car around now on the broadcast, but
Still no caution.
yeah, still green. So we're letting them run here.
Just let him race.
That's right.
I'm really hoping we can get a top 10, top 5 really out of this.
Put a question mark on it. I didn't even know that was a
Is that
thing.
question mark?
Yeah, put a question mark.
I'm sorry, I can't see it very well.
L and then a question mark.
Sounds like we've got Chris talking about a question mark, and I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what they're talking about. My guess is they're discussing something
That
in the
was the
chat
change.
function of iRacing, but I don't know. I've never heard that one. That was quite funny to hear.
I didn't know we could text this team.
Just got a comment that says, wondering what Buscher's go-to is at McAllister's Deli. Heard he's a frequent there in Concord. I'm actually not sure about that, but I can tell you a little fun fact about Chris Buscher. He does not like red sauce, so
Yeah.
he does not eat regular pizza, just white pizza. That's a little food fun fact. I'm not sure what his regular
We're
is
done.
at
That's it.
McAllister's Deli. Uh-oh, looks like the 17 is done for the day, Brandon. We are out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're going to have to figure out what happened here. Chris just kind of disgustingly said we're
We
done.
got wiped out by the 19, right? I didn't
Didn't know where to go.
do
Yeah, we're
nothing.
trying to make sense of the situation.
I didn't feel like it.
It sounds like he just got cleaned out on maybe something that should have been a caution but wasn't. So
He must be out of restarts.
resets, yeah.
Resets.
I'm not sure.
Resets.
Nothing.
Do you speak or anything?
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
This was a little bit of a mystery.
Unfortunate and premature end to the number 17 Fifth Third Bank Team's Day. Let's see if we can talk to him, Brandon. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we may as well hear direct from him. So let's see what we can get out of him to see what happened there.
I mean, I can type something in TeamSpeak, but I won't. Where's
Yeah, it sounds like we've got some kind of issue going on with something that may have happened after we were done. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. We're trying to get some info here.
I don't know either.
So if you chat something down, just type in down
Someone
into the
asked
chat,
for
where's
a
that go?
fun fact about Ryan. Brandon?
Oh man, there are plenty. I would. He would probably give you a list of them.
Yeah, of course.
Here's something new, and he may have mentioned this once or twice recently. Obviously, everyone knows he has a farm up not too far from here.
Yeah.
He's got buffalo, got some cows, but he also just bought some elk. I saw them not too long ago, and I asked him where you buy elk from because I thought that was a fair question, and he laughed at me. So
Yes, that's got to be it.
I think that's a fun fact. I don't know of many people that own elk in their yard. So hopefully that's good enough for you there, Mindy. I'm not sure, but I thought that was very interesting. But it fits into Ron's personality
Yeah, I
and
guess
you know,
if you don't
who
serve,
he is. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It definitely does.
You don't
Actually,
serve
on
a
that
meatball
note,
flag, you
one of
just-
our 16 pit crew
you're out
guys
of the game completely.
owns peacocks.
I thought they'd have some control
And
over
I thought
that.
that was pretty interesting because who has peacocks walking around?
That's just silly.
yeah, we're still trying to make sense of Chris's situation here.
Denny got DQ'd.
Meanwhile,
McDowell
this
did.
is kind of bizarre because we've seen at least 3 wrecks in the podcast.
Yeah, you can see
No
it.
caution.
Yeah, no caution, and Chris is obviously out for what reason we don't know. But here we are. Sounds like Ryan's trapped a lap down.
So there are no
Yeah,
caution.
there's obviously no caution coming out, which, again, everyone has their own opinions, but there's been a couple things here that would obviously always justify caution. So I don't know. A little bit in the dark here, guys.
Looks like he's the second car a lap down. So hopefully we can pass. It looks like the Benedetto.
Looks like we had a question about the high V car. If you could re-ask that again, I didn't see that. I apologize. If you can retype that, I might can get you an answer there,
I
Ross.
think I saw that one. I think it's people are requesting high V diecast. Am I correct? Is that right, Ross?
Oh, you might be right. Yeah. So diecasts are an interesting topic. Without getting too much in the weeds there, diecasts don't just happen. They have to, get produced, obviously. So hopefully we'll get the diecast of that car, but you'll just have to stay tuned to find out.
It was a nice scheme last weekend.
It was, yeah. And 2 years in a row for High V at Kansas. So obviously a good thing, and right there in the backyard of their stores. So
Let's see. So we're at lap 45 of 120. Still trying to figure out and diagnose what happened with the 17 team, Brandon.
yeah, still not positive. We've got, Chris looks like he's trying to make sense of the situation himself. So we're just going to have to wait and find out, to be honest with you, which is how these things go.
Let's see what other comments we have here. Ryan's had some great looking schemes. He really has. Brandon, what's your favorite scheme that Ryan has had so far?
Oh man, it's hard to remember. Obviously, we keep an interesting week to week on the 6 side. I'll be honest. I believe the Castrol cars this year, both the 6 and 17, look really good. They're obviously different than what our 6 car last year looked like. But yeah, those are probably a favorite. They just, I don't know, they accent off each other really well. The way that the colors are kind of overlaid and organized throughout the car. So that's a favorite.
I liked that the Castrol carbon neutral scheme that ran at the Daytona Road Course. It was really interesting. One of the only, it really, you could really see it on track. It really stood out.
Yeah, not something you see every day, an all white car, but obviously a big initiative for Castrol and Roush Fenway to highlight our sustainability efforts. So that was obviously cool to get to run that, and we're glad to be a part of that program.
Yes, most definitely. Looks like now Newman's down 2 laps, so that's unfortunate.
We had someone that asked about Ryan and Chris's track record at Darlington in real life. So I'm going to go to our handy racing reference page, get that pulled up, and I'll read them straight to you, actually, because I do not memorize those. But I will tell you really quick, like, what Chris's stats are off to start with. So Chris has 7 starts at Darlington. His best finish was 12th, which came back in 2019. And obviously last year we raced there 3 times. So trying to figure out the handling and get the setup right on his number 17 for this weekend. But yeah, he'll be making his 8th start there come this Sunday. And then I'll be getting Newman's stats pulled up at Darlington.
We raced Darlington quite a bit last year. The months are running together, but because of the pandemic, for a while there, we were at Darlington, three times?
Yeah, so I don't know if everyone remembers, that was our first race back. And then I believe we went right back there a month later, somewhere along in there. And then obviously we went back for the fall race too. So yeah, kind of unique, but with it being close and pretty regional to this area where all the teams are based, that was obviously the right thing to do and the easy thing to do for the league. So looking back at Ryan's stats at Darlington, so he's got 24 starts there, 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s. His best finish came back in 2002. He finished 2nd. He actually finished 5th in his first ever race and then followed that with a 2nd place. So he does have 1 pole that came in 2003 in the fall race, back when he was in the number 12 car. So last year he was pretty consistent. The first race back, which that would have been his first race back in general following the Daytona 500, if I'm recalling that correctly. He finished 15th, then went on to finish 14th and then 15th again. So average finish of 12.8. I believe that's his best average finish on the circuit. Richmond had been for a while, but I think that surpassed it. So obviously it's his favorite track, but also a really good track for him on paper.
Definitely. Those stats really show it too. Looks like there's another wreck here, lap 54. Not sure that they'll throw a caution. Doesn't look like they're going to.
Yeah, Phil's actually there's your caution right there.
Oh,
you asked
caution.
for it and you received it.
Here we go.
Yeah, so we definitely have a caution. We're trying to make sense of what the caution might be for and get a sense of Ryan's situation there. But it looks like now that Chris is unfortunately out of the race, we might get a chance to talk to him. So we'll give him a minute to get settled in and get his perspective on what happened, because obviously something went down. We just don't know exactly what that is. So we'll get his perspective on it.
That was a pretty big wreck.
All right, looks like we're having Chris Busher hopping in here. We'll bring him in. So, Chris, you got us there?
I do.
Kind of way.
All right, so I'll be honest. We were watching your reaction, and obviously we didn't see it on the broadcast. So, what exactly happened just now?
I got back up too far from
Well, we got wiped out by Truex, and we were running around the outside of him, had a good run, and I think he cleared himself, or Spotter cleared him when he wasn't clear, but he decided to wipe us out. And anyway, we got damage. We got a meatball flag, which apparently means that the game has decided – it's like a black flag. The game decided you have too much damage to continue, even though we were still keeping pace. And it DQ'd us because we did not pit fast enough to repair this required damage in their opinion. So a bummer.
Gotcha.
Because we were plenty fast. We had fresh tires. We were going to be all right.
So then you had resets. You just weren't able to come down pit road to apply them, essentially.
Yeah, so we didn't even have the opportunity. I mean, we were just riding around, and all of a sudden it says, you're DQ'd, and screen went to the blimp view, and I'm done. So Good thing
Interesting.
NASCAR doesn't have that ability and can't take us out of a race on Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Right.
we were just talking. This is our third iRace, and it's a learning process, right? Like we're all trying to figure this out together. So we saw believe we saw the in-car footage of the 19 get turned, and then we assumed there was a caution. And the next thing we know, you were done. So I'm just going to assume that was the same
34
sequence.
cars
It's unfortunate.
on the track. Any
What
amount
can
of
you tell
laps.
us about the next gen car
There's only
virtually? At least?
22 on lead laps.
Virtually, it's pretty interesting. It's fast, a lot of throttle time. I think what caused the early accident is it's very loose and dirty air, and it caught
What happened to
a
Chris?
handful of people off guard.
He
So
got that meatball
it's it's not bad to drive. It's pretty funny here. They're a little bit more robust. They can take more glancing hits off the wall. I say that as we got told we had too much damage and kicked out, so I don't know if that's actually the case, but it feels like you can keep going pretty good. But I don't know. It's pretty neat. I will say, just seeing the actual Mustang from the unveil today, I think Ford Performance knocked it out of the park. Did a really nice job. The car has really nice body lines that do a good job of matching up to the production Mustang. I think that of the and I am biased, right? But of all three manufacturers, I feel like they did a killer job on it. So very cool.
Awesome. We agree. It looks sharp. Well, we'll let you go. Hate to see your night end early there, but thanks for spending time with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Quite a bummer, but it's all right. We'll give it another go next time.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
Good. All right. Well, there you go. Firsthand. Sid, what do you think about that?
I think it's interesting that they call it a meatball.
Yeah,
Meatball.
this is one of those deals. I'm just gonna shake my head and move on. I'm
Yeah.
not really sure. The whole situation seems a little odd because you have. I mean, you heard him. You have resets that you're able to
Yeah.
use, and why not be able to use them, right? I mean, we're only, it'd be different if you're lap 100 and obviously you're out of resets or some other scenario. But whatever happened, it just seems like something that none of them knew. So very unfortunate. But he'll be back next time.
Looks like Ryan's reaching for a beverage break.
May have had some sort of milkshake there. If we talk to him later, we're gonna have to ask him because if I had to guess, that might be what that was.
A milkshake? Oh, for sure.
Maybe, yeah. Seems like the perfect time of night for that.
Could be a Coca-Cola float. You never know.
It's true. He is a proud member of the Coca-Cola racing family, so you never know. There you go. Christopher said it, reaching for an ice cold Coke. Always, just like here too. All right, so we're still caution at Darlington. Obviously, a lot of caution laps are going through here. But hey, like we said, it's iRacing. It's virtual. It's a learning curve for everybody. So we will see what happens with the rest of this.
I can't even tell what lap we're on just yet. I think things are going to heat up here soon. Just hoping that Ryan can get back on the lead lap. He is P27 and 2 laps down. So hopefully he can get back on the lead lap. Looks like we might be going to green soon. I see the lights are off on the pace car. And it's lap 60 of 120. So we are about halfway to the finish line. All right, coming to the green. Here it is, Brandon.
Here we go.
And
Looks like
we're green.
a big crowd at Darlington too. Hopefully, we'll see that again come Sunday.
Oh, we're cranking it up.
About to say we're pausing here for effect since we're cranking it up on the broadcast. So
I'm curious, everyone watching, what was the first race? What was the first race that you've ever attended? Brandon, what was yours?
my first race ever,
Yes, that you've ever
Um,
been to in person.
it would have been a Talladega race. I'm pretty sure. I would have to ask my dad what year that would have been, but I was definitely younger than say 10, somewhere along in there. But yeah, I went to many Talladega races growing up. I think I went to like one or two Coke 600s and maybe a Daytona here or there. But first race was definitely Talladega. I just don't remember what year, honestly. What about you?
Mine was the Brickyard 400 in 2014. And it was a lot of fun. We didn't have a track close to where I lived in West Virginia. So I would watch occasionally with my family on TV, but definitely the Brickyard was my first in-person race.
Awesome. Yeah, the Brickyard. It's interesting. It's a huge track. I'm assuming a lot of people that follow NASCAR closely know this, but there's actually a golf course that goes into the back straightaway, sort of from turn 2, if I'm remembering right. It starts outside, and then you drive in through one of the tunnels. That's where the golf carts go. So Indy's so big, there's part of a golf course inside. It's pretty wild.
It is crazy. Looks like we have some more reports from Newman. He's P30th, bringing it down pit road, now 3 laps down. That is unfortunate. Doesn't seem to be our day today at virtual Darlington.
Yeah, like I said, just working through figuring this out. But hey, everybody's got to figure it out at some point. So we'll cross our fingers for Sunday's in-person Darlington event.
That's right. Anything could happen.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at this again at these cars from the front side, they're definitely wider.
Oh, yeah.
I think I saw a couple comments here. They're like I said, we weren't there for the unveil today, but saw pictures. But they are definitely wider overall. So that's my first reaction to the next gen car.
It's definitely going to be interesting seeing them on track next year. I'm excited.
Someone said, has a golf event and Indianapolis event occurred at the same time? My guess is no. However, I mean, I've seen golf carts moving around. Obviously, you can just go publicly play that course, I'm sure, during race weekends. But as far as like an official event, my guess is no. That might be too much to try to put on it at one time.
Someone says that they took their son to his first race last October at Texas, the rain out. I think we ran that on a Wednesday, right? I'm pretty sure it was
I believe
Wednesday.
that's right. Yep, that sounds right.
That was a long week.
It feels like now we're clicking the laps away pretty quick. We're down to 52 to go.
52 to go. Looks like our old buddy Chase Briscoe is up in P3. He drove here, was part of the program 60 for our Xfinity team.
That's right. Yep. Chase is doing good things in the Cup Series, so we wish him well. He was good for us while he was here.
Definitely. Let's see where Ryan's lining up. Oh. I feel like if we can get our lap back, well, he's P31 and looks like 4 laps down. So, hearing reports of another wreck.
Yeah, potentially. We're gonna have to wait and see what happened here, but it sounds like it may have been a wreck that just took place. But obviously, again, it'll be a minute before we see it here. A lot of wrecks is what we're getting from our reporters. So sounds like the theme of the first 20, 30, 40 laps of this race, which I guess that's Sydney. I guess that's why it went by a little slow to start, because we had a lot of cautions, obviously a lot of caution laps. And then at that point they said, just let them go. So
Yeah, just let them race.
that's probably how our pace is picked up, which makes sense.
Yep, 49 to go here. Newman's still 4 laps down.
Got a lot of folks chiming in here on their first race. It's always cool to see, people's first experience at a NASCAR event. Some more recent, some years ago. So obviously cool to see. We got a Brickyard 97, Phoenix 2000. I believe Phoenix was Ryan's first Cup start. So that's obviously a cool moment. And if you missed it, it was Ryan's 700th Cup start this past weekend at Kansas. So obviously a big milestone. He joined Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick as the only 2 active drivers to reach that milestone, and actually took a photo on the pre-race grid before that race. So that was kind of cool to see those 3 get together. At one point or another, I heard, I believe it was Kurt maybe, say, what does this mean? And I believe it was Ryan that said, well, we're part of the old guys club now. So that's Ryan's sense of humor coming out among those 3. But obviously, in all seriousness, good accomplishment for him. 20 years in the sport. So
Yeah, 700 club. It's huge.
that's right.
We're under caution again here with 45 to go. Not sure what happened.
I believe we've got a smaller milestone for Chris coming up as well. I believe he's 3 starts from his 200th in the Cup Series. So, when you race 36 times a year, you click off these numbers pretty quick. So it doesn't take long before you start amassing some numbers that are somewhat large. So, and obviously Chris was around, in the Xfinity days at Roush Fenway back in the day. So, before you know it, he'll be racking up the numbers just like his teammate Ryan Newman did. Someone said, "Did we see Ryan in that wreck?" I did not. I'll be honest. If you're watching the broadcast like we are, you see a lot of the same thing. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up. I think he was in it. I'm seeing reports that he was in it. $77 laps complete. Let's see. Looking at the comments here, are you guys at Roush happy to see both of your drivers in and around the playoff cutoff line? The answer is definitely yes. Super exciting to see. Hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully we can get some more points and jump above the line itself and really be there. I remember when Ryan made the playoffs his first year here. It was so exciting. It was really amazing. Both Brandon and I were in Indy for that, and it was just a lot of fun. So hopefully we can do it again with both of our drivers.
That's right. It looks like we're on commercial break for TV, but it looks like Ryan has he's ditched a headset. Curious to see what that's about, but he's still driving. So He's definitely got a smirk on his face, so you never know what Mr. Newman could be doing.
Yeah. Still no gum in his mouth though. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. Obviously, that was the key last week. So now we know for race number 4 for iRacing. What is our next iRacing event there, Sid? What can you
I think
tell
it's
us?
in a couple weeks. I believe it's in a couple weeks. I want to say at Coda.
I think you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously,
So-
a big weekend for us going to a track we've never been to, which is something new and different for NASCAR. So
Someone says, "Do y'all know Ryan's favorite food?" I don't know his favorite food, but I enjoy chocolate chip cookies, and I know that he does as well because he has told me that he likes chocolate chip cookies. Looks like Ryan is getting up from his seat there. Not sure what's going on. Looks like we might be out of the race. Looking like an early end for just the Roush Fenway Day in general.
yeah, we're gonna have to get a confirmation here on what exactly happened.
Someone asked if this was a cat in the hat photo in the background. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, folks, unfortunately, looks like both Chris Buescher and Ryan Newman's days are done here at Virtual Darlington. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Thanks for hanging out and watching the broadcast. Definitely come back in a couple weeks. Let me make sure I get the date for you. Definitely come back and join us on May 19th as we virtual CODA. I'm Sydney Freisen signing off.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, we could provide a little entertainment for you guys, and we will see you next time on our stream here. So, until then, everyone, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night.